Hi, this is Jimena from New York Latin Culture, and I'm here with Eduardo Vilaro, who is the Artistic Director of Ballet Hispanico. Eduardo, Latin is a mix of many things. What is your heritage?
I was born in Cuba, and we immigrated to the United States when I was 6 years old.
How did you end up in the dance world?
Well, funny enough, I think I ended up in the dance world because of a performance I did in eighth grade of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and I had to do a dance, and I had to create the dance. And that moment when I stepped out into the audience and was dancing and singing, it was extraordinary, and I was hooked. And so from then on, I started looking for how am I going to become an artist.
How interesting. What is your role with Ballet Hispanico?
I am the artistic director of Ballet Hispanico, and as the artistic director, I am in charge of immersing the whole organization with the vision for both our artistic programming and how we see ourselves in the future.
How do you inspire the dancers into conversation with the work and also how you bring the audience to this conversation?
Well, it's a two different dialogues that I have to have with the dancers. I start with the dancers early on, so these dancers now understand what I'm looking for because of the way I either coach or the way we interact in a rehearsal. So I have slowly been introducing new processes and new ways of thinking about dance for our company, who we are in these past 5+ years. And so I think the dancers are now at a point where they're hungry for really different kinds of artistic process and ways of developing ballet. The audience is a different thing. You know, the audience has expectations, and they have expectations about culture. They have expectations about dance, and so it's been a process. But I think our audience is coming around to that. We're not just ballet hispanico, the lovely kind of very accessible. We're also ballet hispanico, the cutting edge. Um, Intelligent artistic development kind of dance company. So we are looking at ways of bringing that audience into that conversation.
Wonderful. How do you describe this new season with the Ballet Hispanico at the Apollo?
Wow, that's a great question. I describe this new season as a another journey, a journey into another aspect of Latino cultures. You know, this Brazilian choreographer, we take Brazil on to as although they speak Portuguese, we take them on. They are our Latino brothers as well and sisters, and it is a way of looking at that culture, right? And so we are taking it to this perspective of this young man, this young choreographer that is looking at his community and what it means to live in a world of feast or famine.
What do you think is so important, Cuban culture and Latin culture?
You know, all culture is important. And I think that what's important about our both Cuban and Latin culture is there we are making um, a change in our American culture. We are Cuban American. We are Latin American. We are Latinos who live in America. You can describe yourself as you will. No matter what, if you're in this country, you are part of this fabric and you are part of this dialogue. And I think we're taking a lead as Latinos in this country about how we choose, what we choose, and how we choose to be described.
How is to work with Fernando Mellow?
Working with Fernando Mellow is fantastic. He's very detail oriented, and just his process is very calm. Um, and I love the way he brings the artists into his process and how he's constantly searching and reinvestigating and deconstructing, reconstructing in all a very calm way. So I love that.
Oh, I can't wait to see the performance. Could you tell us about it, the performance too?
Yes, well, we have two performances this year at the Apollo, so we've expanded our performances there, so that's wonderful. And the performance is Fernando Mello. It is a full length work, so it's about an hour and 20 minutes or so. And also part of this Apollo season, we're having a Saturday en Familias, which is our new family programming. So it is aspects of the repertory, so excerpts, long excerpts of the repertory, and narrated by myself and my colleague Ana Maria Correa, and we take the whole family through a journey of Latino passion and dance and culture.
Well, thank you, and I can't wait to see the show.